So Rahu is basically an Asura. The story goes that Rahu, after the churning of the ocean, cosmic ocean was done, then there was Amrita that came out. Okay, many things came out, of which one of them was Amrita. Amrita makes you immortal. So Rahu, an Asura, disguises himself and goes. The gods have taken the Amrita and they're having. He goes there. He says that I want their Amrita also. So he disguises himself and he sits, and he takes a bit of the Amrita in his mouth. Okay. Immediately there is a Vishnu there. He understands that okay, this is not a god. This is a Asura. So he uses his Sudarshan and cuts off his head. Okay. So the Amrita comes into his mouth, doesn't go into the body. So two parts come out. One is the head and one is the tail. So the head is Rahu of the Asura and the tail is Ketu, body, tail or body, whatever. Okay. But because he had Amrita, so he becomes immortal. Okay. Rahu is a head without a body. Rahu has its own interesting nature. The primary natures of Rahu is that it is a master in creating illusions. Absolute master. Okay. Number one. Number two is that Rahu tries to eat everything. Okay. Grasp and eat. But it can't digest everything because it doesn't have a body. So Rahu influence means you will try to, in that specific area or something, try to spread very fast. But whether you are able to integrate that properly, that you don't know. In fact, very often, that is precisely what the illusion is. Very fast expansion in certain ways, or very fast expansion only, for lack of better words. But whether that is being integrated or not, if it is not being integrated, then eventually that is going to suddenly burst. That is one of the problems with Rahu. Okay. Rahu also governs spirits. Okay. Because it doesn't have a physical presence. Rahu is extremely powerful because all these domains, illusions, this, that, etc., these are all things in the mind. Imagination. A certain combination of Rahu can give tremendous imagination. Okay. Rahu is also, in a way, like the physical domain is there, and then there is the occult domain. He is the doorway between the physical and the occult. He can take you to that realm, both in a positive and a negative sense. Rahu is extremely brave. But this bravery is different from that of Mars. Mars is like full-scale warfare. Rahu is like a bomb blast. Even a moment before that, you don't know what is going to happen. Suddenly it'll burst and everything is, you're like shocked out of your mind. Okay. Rahu has another ability. It can read through conspiracies. No other graha can. If there is some conspiracy, all the conspiracy theories in the world are Rahu's doing. He loves creating conspiracies, whether they're real or not. And it also gives you the ability to see through a conspiracy. Any individual who is working in a spy agency or something like this, you can't do that work until your Rahu is strong. It's impossible. Or politics, speculating, equations being made. This will work, that will work. All that is Rahu's domain. Internet, full-scale Rahu.
All YouTubers.
This age is Rahu, by the way. We call it Kali Yuga. This is the age when Rahu is most powerful. So Rahu is not always bad, by the way. I'm not saying that Rahu is bad. Technology is entirely Rahu. Today you have 50, 60 years ago, people used to think that, what is going to be a computer, large computer, maybe like the size of a room or something. Today that whole processing power is there in your telephone. Okay, it's becoming small, it's becoming more powerful. Things are changing very fast. Anything that changes fast is Rahu's domain. Quickly it is going to shift things. Okay. Rahu grasps attention very quickly, which is why the phone is the attention grabber in this today's age. Everybody. Take the phone away, you are like like a fish out of water. Okay. So these things Rahu can control. On the positive side, Rahu gives a lot of courage. Very strong courage. Rahu also, as I mentioned, can influence a person into black magic or these things. Both being a victim of it or somebody who's doing it. Okay. Plus, the world of spirits and all that, Rahu has full connection to it. A certain combination of grahas can indicate that somebody may be affected by spirits. Rahu has control over it. Rahu also controls animals, not animals rather. It's like insects and all that. Cockroaches, spiders, this, that. All these are governed by Rahus. Okay. Rahu, to control Rahu, there are few deities who are very good in controlling Rahu. Primary of them is Ma Durga. Primary of them. Then also Bhairava is very good in controlling Rahu. Extremely potent in controlling Rahu. Okay. Rahu can lead to addictions, by the way. Certain combinations with Rahu, more or less, you can be certain that they'll have addiction, and very difficult to get out of addiction. Certain combinations of Rahu are there. It's present. So these two other deities are also there in the Tantric way, in the Dasamahavidya. Devi Chinnamasta is the one who controls Rahu. Okay, Chinnamasta is extremely aggressive. But this judgment is to be correctly applied when to worship which deity for relief. Okay, if whatever is there. Acha, Rahu has the ability to eclipse the sun and the moon. Sun and moon are the most fundamental grahas in the horoscope, because sun, I told you, is deeper level is soul, and moon is the mind. Your soul and mind are the most important things. Rahu can cause eclipse to that, and that is going to cause certain behavioral changes in that individual. Even when we have eclipses outside, by the way, you will see there are two things there. Eclipse is a very peculiar time. One is that when an eclipse is happening, temples are closed. Okay, normal dharma, normal sense of right and wrong, what is to be done and what is to be not done, dharma and adharma, has a certain flow. Okay, whenever Rahu grasps the sun and the moon, it causes a tremendous change in the energy, in the atmospheric energy, spiritual energy of the place where that eclipse is happening, even on the world at a subtle level, but it's more specifically at the place where the eclipse is happening. So normal dharma gets disturbed. That is one of the reasons why temples are closed. Traditionally, there's certain sutak that is followed, which means that you don't eat food for a certain period of time until the eclipse gets over. Then you take a bath and things like that. You don't see an eclipse directly. And I'm not talking about the scientific aspect and all that, but spiritually, they have their own meaning why these are not done. And this is good to follow. Okay. But that period is also extremely good for spiritual practice. What you can achieve through years of practice in normal time, you can achieve in 1 or 2 hours during a grahan. Because Rahu is like that veil between the world you see and the world that you cannot see.
Explosive growth.
Explosive. He can lift that veil also. He can cause that veil also. And in fact, there are certain, outside India, there are certain places where Rahu worship is very common.
Outside India?
Yeah. Certain places, Rahu worship, Rahu tattoos and Rahu pujas are done specifically. But the power is used more for material purposes, some positive, some negative.
What is it called in English?
I don't know what it's called, but they call it Rahu only. Okay. And Rahu's ability to see through conspiracy is very useful. Correctly placed, Rahu can also help you dominate your enemies. Because even before they make a move, you know what they're trying to do. He can see that thing. Okay. Rahu is also your link to your subconscious mind. All the other grahas are functioning in your conscious. Rahu is where the subconscious business starts in. Okay. Good or bad, whatever, but either way. And even Hanumanji also can be, certain sadhanas are there, Hanumanji, which can be done to control Rahu. Another thing is that Rahu can show in a horoscope things like we were discussing Sarpa dosha and all that. Placement of Rahu determines that. Rahu also controls Nagas and Sarpas and all that. Okay. Snakes and all are Rahus.